Good afternoon, dear students. So, we finished 10 chapters. Make sure that you revise them daily and make proper notes. So, I will be moving on to the chapter 11th, that is Sunita in Space. After we finish this chapter, we have completed half of the portions of 22 chapters. So after that you will be have to face the exams, so be prepared for the exam very well, and all the best. So let's begin with this chapter, Sunita in Space. This chapter will be focusing on a lady named Sunita who went to space and her experiences in space. So I will be reading, you guys follow me. Straight from the heart. What do you think the earth looks like? Make a drawing of the earth in your notebook. On your drawing, show where you are. Take a look at your friend's drawing too. What is our earth really like? Usaira and Shahmir are playing with the globe. While they play, they are talking to each other. Usaira, do you know that Sunita Williams is visiting our school tomorrow? I have heard that she has spent more than 6 months in space. Shahmir, looking at the globe. Look, here is America, Africa. Hey, where is space? Usaira. The sky, stars, sun and moon, they are all in space. Shahmir. Yes, I know. Sunita Williams went in a spaceship. I saw on TV that she could see the earth from there. Usaira. Yes, from there the earth looked like this globe. Shahmir. If our earth looked like this globe, then where are we? Usaira takes a pen and places it on the globe. Usaira. Here we are. This is India. Shahmir. If we were here like this, we would all fall off. I think we must be inside the globe. Usaira. If we are inside, then where is the sky, the sun, the moon and the stars? We must be on the globe. And all the seas and oceans must also be on the globe. Shahmir. Pointing towards the lower part of the globe. You mean to say that no one stays here? Usaira. People live here too. Brazil and Argentina are here. Shahmir. Are the people there standing upside down? Why don't these people fall off? Usaira. Yes, it looks strange, isn't it? And this blue part must be the sea. Why doesn't the sea water fall off? Talking with Sunita. When Sunita Williams came to India, thousands of children like Usaira and Shahmir got a chance to meet her. Sunita says that her friend Kalpana Chawla wanted to come to India and meet children. She came to India to fulfill Kalpana's dream. Children, you might have heard of Kalpana Chawla. She is also a person like Sunita who has visited in space. So both are friends. So let's move on. Sunita's experiences of living in space. We could not sit at one place. We kept floating in the spaceship from one end to another. Water too doesn't stay at one place. It floats around as blobs. To wash our face or hands, we had to catch these blobs and wet paper with them. We ate very differently there. The real fun was when all of us would float into the dining area of the spaceship and catch the floating food packets. In space, there was no need to use a comb. My hair kept standing all the time. Not being able to walk, we had to get used to floating around. We had to learn to do simple things differently. To stay at one place, we had to strap ourselves there. Papers also had to be stuck to the wall of the spaceship. It was a lot of fun living in space, but it was also difficult. Look at the photographs and write. Can you think why Sunita's hair was standing? Look at Sunita's photographs and the dates written on each of them. Write what all is happening and when. So children, we can see some photos from the spaceship. Observe them carefully. Classroom becomes a spaceship. Close your eyes. Imagine that your class is a spaceship. Zoom in 10 minutes. You have entered in space. Your spaceship is now going around the earth. Now say, are you able to sit at one place? What about your hair? Oh look, where are your bags and books going? And what is your teacher doing? Where is her chalk? How do you eat your food during the break? How did you drink water? What happened to the ball that you threw up? Act out or draw the scene. Isn't it amazing? On the earth, when we throw something up, it comes down. When we throw a ball up in air, it falls back. We are able to catch it. On the earth, we don't keep floating around. When we fill a glass or bucket with water, it stays there. It doesn't float around in blobs, as Sunita Williams says. It is something special about the earth that makes this happen. The earth pulls everything towards itself. Sunita Williams went 360 kilometers away from the earth in the spaceship. Think how far this would be. Find out which town or city is located about 360 kilometers away from where you live. This is how far Sunita Williams went away from the earth. Can you now say why Sunita's hair kept standing? Think why water flows downwards on any slope. On mountains too, water flows downwards, not upwards. So this is an activity that you can do at home. Read them carefully. Where are the lines? Really. Sunita describes her view of the earth from the spaceship. The earth looks so beautiful and amazing. We would watch it for hours. From the window of the spaceship, we could clearly see the curved shape of the earth. Look at this photograph of the earth taken from a spaceship. From such photographs today we know what the earth looks like. But thousands of years ago, people could only imagine what the earth looked like. Scientists tried hard to find out how big is the earth, how does it go around. Look at this photograph and tell. Can you see India? Can you recognize any other place? Where is the sea? Do you find anything similar between the globe and this picture of the earth? In what ways are they different? Do you think Sunita could make out Pakistan, Nepal and Burma separately when she saw the earth from space? Look at the globe in your school and tell. Usaira and Shahmir are looking at different countries on the globe. Usaira. See, there are lines between the different countries on this globe. Are such lines also there on the earth? Shahmir. There must be. They are there on the map of India in this book. See, there are lines between the different states too. Usaira. If we go from Delhi to Rajasthan, would we find such lines made on the ground? Look at the map of your country and tell. Can you find the state in which you live? Write its name on the map. Which are the states next to the state you live in? Have you been to any other state? Shahmir thinks that there are lines drawn on the ground between the states. What do you think? When Sunita saw the earth from space, she found the earth very beautiful. Many thoughts came to her mind. As she describes it, from so far away, one can only make out the land and the sea. One cannot see the different countries. Division into countries has been done by us. All the lines on the maps are made by us. They are in our minds. I wish we all think about this. Where are the lines really? Look at the sky. Shahmir. He closes one eye and moves the coin back and forth while looking at the moon. Look, I can hide the moon behind this coin. Sarah. Wow. Imagine hiding such a big moon behind such a small coin. Why don't you try to do the same with a coin? How many centimeters away from the eye did you keep the coin to hide the moon? Think. Do you think the moon is flat like the coin or round like a ball? Have you ever looked carefully at the sky at night? Don't the twinkling stars look magical? And sometimes the moon is silvery and bright, while sometimes it is nowhere to be seen in the black sky. Find out, when is the next full moon? At what time will the moon rise on this day? What does the moon look like on this day? Draw it. What are the festivals related to the moon? At night, look at the sky carefully for 5 minutes. What would you see? Did you see anything moving in the sky? What do you think it would be? A star or a shooting star or a satellite? Satellites are used for the TV, telephones and for weather reports. Find out more about this. Look at the table and tell. Given below are the names at which the moon rises and sets in Delhi. So read this table and also make a note in your notebook. On 28th October, the moon came out at dash minutes past dash o'clock. On 29th October, the moon came out at dash minutes past dash o'clock. Okay, this is an exercise, so I'll be reading on to the next page. Do your best and things will work out. When Sunita was 5 years old, she saw pictures of Neil Armstrong landing on the moon. In 1969, Neil Armstrong was the first man to walk on the moon. Like any other child, Sunita was also fascinated. Sunita says that when she was a young girl, she really loved sports and swimming. She was never too interested in studies. After high school, Sunita wanted to become a diver, but she could not get into that course. Instead, she became a helicopter pilot. One day, she found out that if she studied and trained for it, she could join the space mission. And that is what she did. In 2007, Sunita Williams set a new record for the longest space flight by a woman. Sunita often gives her own example to tell children, if you want something but you get something else, do not give up. Do your best and things will work out. When Sunita was asked by a child what would she like to do in the future, she answered, I want to become a school teacher, so that she could make children understand how science and maths are closely linked to our lives. What we have learned. Why do children always slide down the slide and not slide up? If this slide were there in Sunita's spacecraft, would children slide like this? Why? Why do we see stars mostly at night? Looking at Earth from the space, Sunita said, different countries cannot be seen as separate from here. These lines are on the paper. They are made by us. What do you understand by this? So we have come to the end of this chapter. Read this chapter thoroughly and do not miss any part from this. Read out and make your short notes and write down in your notebooks. Thank you.